Welcome back to OneStopTutorials.com. Alibaba back again from sunny Thailand. How you doing, everyone? Great to be here. Cheers, you guys and girls, for all those emails that I'm getting so many emails a day. It is awesome. It takes me about 2 to 3 hours a day to answer these emails, but I'm loving it. Some people out there are building some unbelievable websites, are doing some unbelievable graphics. Hang in there. It gets easier. Trust me, it gets easier. Just stick with it, and before you know it, you'll be like a ninja. You'll be like a ninja all graphic design, a ninja web design, and you can start earning yourself some money by doing stuff for other people. So what we got Angelina sitting in front of us, staring at us. This is another technique on how to, in this one, it's not more about changing the color of the lips, it's sort of making the lips, by using curves, to have more of a sort of genuine look, not have that fake ugly look. Okay, so let's get straight into it. What we want to do first is I need to make a selection of these lips. Okay, you can do this in a number of ways. You can do this just by simply using any one of the selection tools, the pen tool, whatever you want to use, you can do this. I'm going to come in with a quick mask. It's just, I'm a great fan of quick mask and I just love it. Okay, the way to get to a quick mask mode is simply hit this square down the bottom here with a circle in, or the shortcut on your keyboard is Q on your keyboard. That will put you into the quick mask mode. Okay, you'll notice that you're in the quick mask mode because you have black and white as your foreground color. Next thing you want to do is grab your brush tool. Okay, you can grab it by simply holding down your left mouse button. That will select the brush tool, or the shortcut on your keyboard is the letter B. Okay, so I've got my brush tool and I want to make sure I got a soft edge brush, normal, opacity 100%. That's all looking a-okay. So the way the quick mask mode works is you simply paint with black, and to take away the selection that you've just made, you simply flip your foreground and color. You can do that by hitting X on your keyboard, or you can simply hit this little arrow here. Either one does the same thing. That will take away. What it does is, if you have black as your foreground and you paint, and then you were to exit the quick mask mode, it's basically just making a selection of what you painted on. So whatever you paint, when you exit it, that is what it becomes. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go through these lips, and I'm going to do this a little bit quickly, but we're going to go through these lips and we're just going to make a selection of these lips by painting on there. This is a really user-friendly sort of tool. I just really enjoy using it. I'm going to hold down Alt or Option on my keyboard, move in with the middle scroll wheel of my mouse just so I can zoom in. I'm then going to flip to X just so I can tidy up these edges. So all I'm doing is I'm flipping X to X, allowing me to change between black and white as my foreground color. Black will add, white will delete. Okay, so it's quite handy getting a good selection first time. If you don't get a good selection first time, do not panic, do not chuck your computer out the door. Everything will be okay. Okay, so I'm going to hit Q on my keyboard. That's going to allow me to come out of quick mask mode. I can have a look at my selection. It's looking pretty good. It's not bad for being a rush. I'd like to spend more time on it, but hey, time is not on my side. So here we are, we've made a selection of the lips. Now at present, everything is selected except for the lips. Okay, you can see the running ants going around the whole thing. All you want to do to sort that problem out is hold down Control Shift, or that's Command Shift on a Mac, and hit the letter I. Now you'll notice that the lips are selected and we can move forward. Next thing I want to do is I want to come down to my adjustment layer, this little circle with a line through it, left click on that, and I want to choose curves, and there she be. So the way this works is, now you have those lips, now you made a selection of those lips, you went into adjustment fill of curves, it automatically makes you a mask of that selection of the lips that we just made, which means now anything that we adjust in this curves gets applied to those lips. So simply just bringing down, bringing away the lightness, bringing into the darkness, you can start to see we're getting a natural dark look to those lips. What you can also do is come into where it says the RGB, you can click on that, and you can come into the reds. You can apply red color, you can apply green color. Okay, you can come through to the greens, you can apply more green, you can apply more sort of pinky. This is just allowing, if you come right down, you'll notice you're getting that glossy sort of really bright lips. In this tutorial, that's not what we're going to. and again you can do blue, you can come up to the purples and down to the oranges, which is the magentas. So if you say you made some changes on these and you didn't like it and stuff like that, what you can do is hit this little icon here, which is the refresh. Simply left click on that. That will bring everything back to how it was. Another thing you can do with this adjustment layer here is you can add an actual blending mode. I'm going to add a blending mode of soft light. Okay, I'm going to apply a little bit of darkness to that. Okay, again, if you find it's actually not soft light, that's actually hard light. Soft light looks a bit nicer. You can also come in with the opacity, you can bring it down, and you can do stuff like that. Now, a little technique that will allow you to change the color of the lips is by using hue and saturation, but using it as an adjustment layer. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to come down to our adjustment layer, again, left click, choose hue and saturation. I'm just going to apply a completely and utterly mental color to this, and you'll notice that it's applying it to the whole image. Now what I want though is I want to apply this color, this hue and saturation, this purpley around her lips. I want to apply that just to her lips. Now how do I do that? Well, you know, beforehand what we have been doing is inverting the mask and then bringing back the information. Well, there's no point really, because at the moment we actually have a selection of the lips selected. So why don't we just duplicate that and stick that in that mask? The way to do this is on this lips mask layer here, simply hold down Alt on your keyboard, click and then drag it up to the next mask above it. When you let go, it will ask you to replace layer mask. You simply hit yes, and that will apply that hue and saturation that we just did to those lips, which now means you can come into this hue and saturation again and you can change the color on those lips to absolutely anything that you want. You can come in with the opacity on that. You can even add a blend mode to that, and you have so much power now of blend modes, opacity, changing colors. Again, come back to the curves one, adding more lightness, taking away the darkness. You can start to see how much you can actually spend time on with lips. Okay, there is so much to do it. By mixing the curves, by mixing the hue and saturation, you can really get what you want. If you didn't want the hue and saturation, simply unclick the eye and that will take it away. So that's it for this tutorial. You've learned some powerful techniques on how to modify lips, and to be honest, with this technique you could do this on pretty much a lot of stuff: hair, lips, eyes, whatever you want to use this on. It's all the same technique. Take it easy, guys and girls. Please subscribe to my YouTube or check out my website. Any problems, please let me know, and I shall catch you guys and girls at the next insane one-stop tutorials. Laters, everyone.